Hey, good evening and welcome back. We're sitting at day 25 now of 60 days of learning. Uh, Today was another was a really slow day. I have these every once in a while where I just want to sit down and watch some videos and try and wrap my mind around something. And today it's waves. Now, waves are something that I've been thinking about for a while and honestly been kicking the can down the road, but I think that there are a few things that I can put in place in order to make waves work and make waves efficient. So, the latest of being able to just add the levels and really make things simple, and adding a resource has just taken that to the next level. So, being able to create levels and have resources on there. Now, I can extend that to also including uh, an entry so that we can have waves. So I'll get to that in just a second. You can see on here, I do have a little bit of an object that I want to walk through real quick. But there are really a few things with the waves that I'm really thinking. So, first of all, I'm imagining that waves are only going to have, excuse me, that levels are only going to have 10 waves at this time. So, when a user first starts their game, they're going to have a 15 to 30-second period to spend the initial money that we provide them. So the initial money that we provide is going to allow them to get some units, and it will allow them to protect from that first wave. The levels in the first wave, it's not going to be difficult, especially on the first level. When you get to the maybe third and fourth level, maybe that first wave is going to have a mechanic that was there previously that you really need to focus on. So either we make some smaller enemies along the way to make more money so they can protect themselves by the end of the first wave, or we give them more money. There's playing around to do, but anyways, as you get through the levels, it needs to become increasingly difficult. Also, as you get through the waves, it needs to be increasingly difficult. So after each wave, there will also be another 15 to 30-second period where they can sit down, take a quick breather, get ready for the next. This could be a time where they could reposition units by possibly selling them. And once they sell them, they get a portion of the money back or all of it to be determined. Figure that one out. Then they can place new units. So, and then if they want to start the next wave right up, provide them with a button to just start the next wave. As you can see on here, um, I'm just going to hop straight down to the bottom. So, as part of the data, there really are two things. One, there's a resource that I'm calling WaveData, and WaveData is going to include a list of the wave entry. So, the wave entry has all of the units, and those are going to be enums and simply a number representing what is the count of that unit within that wave. And then what we'll do is we'll shuffle all those up and we'll send them out throughout a range of a period of time. Is that configurable or not? That's something to figure out as well. So once we get to the 10th wave will include a boss. That's going to be part of the shuffle. It could be the first thing out or the last thing out. It just depends on how it shuffles in. Let's see how that feels. We'll get through that. What else did I not say? So my plan is to have this started and get through it, be able to put those periods of time, those breaks in between the individual waves. I don't think that's going to be crazy, as I talked about before, getting a state machine in place and being able to designate these. And once the state machine goes to that break period, it'll, I'll have figured out if it's going to be 15 or 30 seconds for the next wave to start. And so really it starts that period, it makes the button available, it shows the countdown, possibly shows the wave of enemies. We'll figure out what that looks like. We'll have some fun. So anyways, today again, just walking through, seeing how other people are doing this stuff. Some of the older tutorials that I was watching when I first started this to kind of get an idea of how I wanted to do tower defense, they were not really getting into waves in the way that I am. They were wanting to figure out the mechanics of shooting and aiming and adding animations and adding the stuff in there. I'm really digging into what the game loop looks like. As I mentioned before, one thing I'm really interested in possibly is swapping this and adding another mechanic alongside the waves. So let's get the waves out of the way. Let's figure all those pieces out and let's see what the game actually feels like when it gets played. Because I believe extending it and adding the other mechanic in there is going to be amazing. But let's let's get there. So, anyways, uh, I hope just kind of walking through this maybe give you a little bit of a an aha if you're getting through a tower defense, just something to think about. As I said, the goal of this is really to be able to drop this into the level and at each level have this available and modifiable. So I have some code written. It's not really anything to show off, but I have the enum created. I have a list of enemies started. That's going to take a bit of time just to get all the levels in place. But anyways, I hope you got something out of this. Please leave me feedback. You get to enjoy me at the couch instead of sitting at the computer as I normally do. I'm really just sitting and thinking today. So, anyways, appreciate you. Have a wonderful night.